The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner is stopped. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Leaves it with the running back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Gators get enough to move the chains.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass and it never had a chance. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Scanning the field, it's Ruiz. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. 1st down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the tackle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong. It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been...
Gets a hand on the pass, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Florida! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback. When he throws it, go break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah.
And he's running in the open. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation in rushing yards. He's the guy with the target on his back. Every time they take the field, the defense knows who they have to stop, and still, this guy churns out big run after big run.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Now on second down after the short completion. Quarterback will audible. Davis looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25.
As if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. Got his man on the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Gators want to move quickly. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. The Gators will keep this drive going.
Gain of 2. First down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it from the gun. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get him. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Trying to run it in. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Well, 2nd and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. They're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for the touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. Quarterback checking off. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Get it out on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy I can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Davis will throw. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback.
He has 89 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Caught behind the line. It's Marshall. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. Ready to try the point after. Oh, and he missed it, and they missed their chance to lock it up. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Bounced off his feet.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Handoff from the shotgun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll try to do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Florida.
A first down for the offense. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out quickly. On the move is the 30. Can anyone catch him? Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. They're bringing heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Flips it out in the flat. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Coming after it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
The Wolverines looking to convert on fourth down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Check. Timber.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man quickly. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry up. The give to the left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The running back has it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wants to throw. It's Ruiz. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The Gators are rolling down the field. Forced out of the pocket. A strike downfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Using the quick game. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open...
And it's caught! Touchdown, Gators!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. He'll start this drive firing. He fires to the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They're going to run it. Oh! They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Foster. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
At the 3-yard line. Brings up second and goal. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida 21, Michigan 20.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Barrels ahead. Just couldn't nudge it across for the 2-point conversion. They'd hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Quick handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. He's got 98 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Snap it to the back. And the Wolverines have enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
They want that clock to run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. He's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The run from the shotgun. Steamrolls his way ahead. Tackled, but he has a first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
They'll ride the hot hand. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. They'll try the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
In other scores around the country, Slippery Rock 45, Tiffin University 35.
Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Quarterback checking the play. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed an opportunity for a little cushion. The lead is still 5. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to the ground game on the left. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll give it to the back. Got some room headed to the goal line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Touchdown, Florida! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
29, Michigan, 26.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Davis looking to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The number one job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And as he throws, that pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 4th down, gotta have it here. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He wants a big play here late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.